Hello students, I am Smarnika Das, lecturer in EE Department, Kalam Institute of Technology, Polytechnic. Today in this video, we will discuss about the topic root locus from the subject control system. Okay, first of all, we have to know what is root locus and what is the need of this root locus. Root locus. This root locus contains two words, that is one root and other one is locus. Root means nothing but the closed loop poles. What is closed loop poles? It is the roots of the characteristic equation. Roots of the characteristic equation of our control system, that is all we know 1 plus g of s into h of s equal to 0. This is the characteristic equation, and locus means the path or the curve which make with the taking some points which are satisfy this characteristic equation. That means a root locus is a graphical presentation or a plot drawn by calculating the roots from this characteristic equation and then plot the locus of these roots with respect to the gain k, and this plot is known as root locus. Coming to the definition, root locus is defined as the path or locus of closed loop poles. Already I have told you the closed loop poles is nothing but the roots of the characteristic equation. Closed loop poles for different value of k. The value of k, or it is gain, is vary from 0 to infinity. Root locus is a very powerful and very important method to analyze the stability of a system. We know there are different methods to find the stability of control system, and one of the most important and powerful method is root locus. It gives the information about the absolute stability as well as the relative stability of a system, and we can design this system by adjusting this gain k to the desired location of the closed loop poles. That means by varying the gain k and shifting the pole and zero location, we can get the response meet the system performance specification. To reach a better performance, we can shift the gain and shift the pole and adjust the gain. It is developed by W.R. Evans in the year of 1948. Now we will see the properties of root locus. Root locus follow the two conditions, that is one is angle condition and other one is the magnitude condition. First consider a closed loop system. This is a closed loop system, this is input and this is the response, this is the transfer function and this is the feedback path. In this closed loop system, the transfer function is the ratio of Laplace of output to the Laplace of input, that is C of s by R of s, can be represented G of s divided by 1 plus G of s into H of s. As we know, the characteristic equation we can get from the denominator part of the equation. When the denominator part is equal to 0, that equation is called as the characteristic equation. Here 1 plus g of s h of s equal to 0. When we shift the 1 to the right hand side, the g of s h of s equal to minus 1. As the root locus plot is drawn in S plane, that is in complex plane. Complex plane means x-axis is represented as sigma, that is the real axis, and y-axis is imaginary x is represented by j omega. As it contains both real and imaginary part, that's why we can represent s equal to sigma plus j0. So we can write this above equation like g of s into h of s equal to minus 1 plus j0. Taking the magnitude condition, the magnitude of g of s h of s equal to 1. This is the magnitude condition to plot the locus. Next. Next is the angle condition. Angle condition is given as by angle g of s h of s equal to plus or minus 180 degree to m plus 1, where m is 0, 1, 2 up to infinity. Here we have to note that these two conditions are used to find the different purpose. That is, angle condition is used to find the point on the locus, whereas the magnitude condition is used to find the gain value, that is k value on the root locus. Now coming to the construction rule, when we draw the root locus, we have to follow some rules to construct it. These rules are: first is the root locus must be always symmetrical about real axis. The root locus, this is the real axis, and the root locus must be symmetrical about this real axis. Next is, root locus is always starts from pole, open loop pole, and terminate on either finite open loop 0 or infinity. That means, if we consider a system that is k into s plus 3 by s plus 2, as we know, the numerator is the 0 part and denominator is the pole part. When we equate, we get pole equal to minus 2 and 0 equal to minus 3. That means, when we place this pole and 0 in the S-plane, this statement say that the root locus will start from this pole and terminate, that means end at this open loop 0 or may end at infinite. That means if we have no 0, then it will move to the infinite. Next, the number of asymptote. The number of asymptote is defined as p minus z when p greater than z. ଯେତେବେଳେ pole to 0 ର value ଅଧିକ ଥିବ, then we will get the number of asymptote, that is p minus z, and when z greater than p, that is z minus p, and when z equal to p, the value will be 0, as both z and p value is equal. Next is the point. The point on the real axis lies on the locus if the number of poles plus 0 on the real axis to the right half of the S-plane is odd. That means this statement tells us that the existence of the root locus in the x-plane. S-plane of co area root locus to exist kariyo, we will get from this statement. Next is the angle of asymptote, that is represented by phi, or angle of a. This angle of asymptote create the angle with the real axis. This is defined as the formula, that is 2q plus 1 180 degree divided by p minus z, where q equal to 0 1 to p minus z minus 1. If p greater than z, जेतबे pole greater than 0 रहिबो, at that time we will put p minus z. When z greater than p, then we will put z minus p. Then q equal to 0 1 2 up to z minus p minus 1. Next is the centroid. Centroid is the asymptote, the point where the asymptote meets the real axis is called as the centroid. It is always lie on the real axis. Centroid always lie in the real axis. This formula is, centroid formula is sum of real part of poles minus sum of real part of 0 divided by p minus z, or number of pole minus number of 0. That is represented real part of p minus real part of 0 divided by p minus z. That means if we have number of poles and number of 0 with complex value, because the pole and 0 may be a real value or it may be a complex value, then we have to consider on the real part of the complex value. Then next is to find the breakaway and break-in point to calculate by solving this dk by d is equal to 0. That means we have to find the unknown gain k and differentiate with respect to x and equate to 0, so that we will get the value of breakaway point. The breakaway point exists between two adjacent poles and breaking point exists between two adjacent 0. That means with adjacent pole भितर ही breakaway point exist करिवो and adjacent 0 भितर ही breaking point exist करिवो. Then we will have to find the angle of departure. Here you have to remember, when we will get a function with a complex pole, we have to find the angle of departure. If the function does not contain any type of complex pole, then we don't need to calculate the angle of departure. Angle of departure is defined as the 180 degree minus sum of angle of vectors drawn to this pole from other pole. That means we have to take one reference pole. Taking this reference pole, we have to find the angle of other poles, and plus sum of angle of vector drawn to this pole from the 0. Here we have mentioned only poles. If we have 0, then also we have to calculate the angle with respect to the reference pole. Next is to find the angle of arrival. This is angle of arrival. Angle of arrival is the when we have complex 0, we have to find the angle of arrival. Here also we have to take a reference of the 0. Like in angle of departure, we take the reference of a pole. Here we are taking the reference of the 0. That means 180 degree minus sum of angle of vector drawn to the pole to other zeros plus sum of angle of a vector drawn to this 0 from pole. Last is to find the intersection of root locus branch with j omega axis can be determined through Rauth-Hurwitz criterion. That means when the root locus moving towards the infinity, it will curve the imaginary axis, and we have to find where the root locus curve the imaginary axis with the help of Rauth-Hurwitz criterion. This is all about the root locus, the construction of the root locus. Next video we will discuss a problem regarding this rule. Okay, thank you. As we discussed earlier about the rules of the root locus, now we will apply that rule and draw the root locus. That's why we are taking an example. That is, draw the root locus for the system of OLTF, that is your open loop transfer function, as given as g of s h of s equal to k by s into s plus 1 into s plus 3. So as we can see here, there is no zeros and we have 3 poles, that is s equal to 0, s equal to minus 1, s equal to minus 3. We have 3 poles and no 0, that is 0 equal to 0. And these 3 poles are real in nature. There is no complex form. Okay. So as we discussed earlier, that if we have no complex pole and 0, we don't need to find the angle of departure and angle of arrival. We simply find the number of branches, asymptote angle, centroid, breakaway point and intersection point. With this help we can draw the root locus. Now, as we know, the poles are represented by the cross mark. Here we have pole at 0, pole at minus 1 and pole at minus 3. This is our real axis and this is our imaginary axis. Next, to find the number of branch, we know the branch will be equal to pole if pole greater than 0. As here pole is 3 and 0 is 0, therefore pole is greater than 0, that is therefore the number of branches equal to our pole, that is 3. And we have to note here, if 0 greater than p, pole to jati 0 ro value adhika rochi, then branch will equal to the 0. If pole equal to 0, then branch is equal to P equal to Z. Next we have to find the number of asymptote. As we study before, that asymptote is finding with the help of P minus Z if P greater than 0. As here we know P is 3 and 0 is 0, that's why asymptote is equal to 3 minus 0, that is 3. Then angle of asymptote. Angle of asymptote formula is for P greater than Z, 2q plus 1 180 degree divided by P minus Z. And Q value of Q is 0, 1, 2 up to P minus Z minus 1. As P is 3, Z is 0, minus 1. 3 minus 1, 2. That means Q value lie up to 2. 0, 1, 2. एठी हमर कोन मिलला P रो वैल्यू 3, Z रो वैल्यू 0 and minus 1. 3 minus 1 equal to 2. That means Q up to 2 जाए आमे काउंट करिया. Start from 0, 2 रे end हबो. That is 0, 1, 2. Now, by putting this value of Q, we will find the angle of asymptote. When we put the value Q equal to 0, here we get 0 plus 1. 1 into 180 degree divided by P minus Z equal to 3, that is 180 by 3 equal to 60 degree. This is our degree. When we put Q equal to 1, we get 2 into 1 plus 1 equal to 3 divided by 3 into 180, that is 180 degree, and when we put the value of 2, we will get 300 degree. Q रो जो तीनटा वैल्यू हमें फाइंड आउट करिले, से तीनटा वैल्यू को हमें Q रो इंडिविजुअली पुट करके तीनटा एंगल हमें फाइंड आउट करि पारिया. That is our 60 degree, 180 degree, 300 degree. Now see here, these three asymptote lines. One is 60 degree, one is 180 degree, and one is 300 degree. Eight is 300 degree. Okay. Now next is our centroid. Centroid is according to the formula real part of pole minus real part of 0 divided by P minus Z. As we have here three real poles, that is 0, minus 1, minus 3. So we can put easily the real poles, that is 0, minus 1, minus 3, and we have no 0, that's why the value of real 0 equal to 0. Now we get minus 4 by 3, the value is minus 1.33. Okay, got it. Next we have to analyze the existence of root locus. जो एक्सप्लेन में हमें जो पोल्स को पुट करिजे से लोकेशन भितर को एरिया रे रूट लोकस एग्जिस्ट करिबो. Here we can find the condition is if pole plus 0 equal to odd number if we see from the right side. जिते बेले पोल आउ 0 को ऐड करेले वैल्यूडा ऑड आसीबा, आमे जिते बेले राइट साइड को देखिबा से जदी ऑड वैल्यू आसीबा सेही एरिया रे रूट लोकस एग्जिस्ट करिबो. ओके, as we know here no zeros, so only we have pole. तो 3 poles area are 1, 2 and 3. एठी हमर तीनटा एरिया अछि दीटा पोल भितर. फर्स्ट ए एरिया रे हमें चेक करबा. ए एरिया रे जतरा हमें देखुचे हमर राइट हैंड साइड, इन आवर राइट हैंड साइड हमर कतरा पोल अछि? 0 तो नाही, 0 पोल अछि गोटे. तो 1 पोल दैट इज ए ऑड नंबर. देयरफॉर ए कंडीशन को से सैटिस्फाई करूची जितने हमें राइट हैंड साइड को देखुचे एंड द पोल एंड 0 रो समेशन गोटे ऑड नंबर आसीबो, सेही एरिया रे रूट लोकस एग्जिस्ट करिवो. दैट मीन्स दिस एरिया इज ए वैलिड रूट लोकस एरिया. ओके, नाउ मूव टू दिस एरिया. दिस एरिया व्हेन वी सी लुक टुवर्ड्स राइट, एपटे हमें जितने देखुचे राइट हैंड साइड को वी सी 2 poles, 2 pole and no 0. 2 is a even number. Because of this even number, this area is invalid root. एठी रूट लोकस एक्जिस्ट करिवो नाही, एडा रूट लोकस पाई इनवैलिड। जेहेतु हमें ए पॉइंट रे जेतले देखुचे टुवर्ड्स राइट, वी गेट टू poles that is even number, that's why it is a invalid area. Now moving to the third area, third locus, check when we see from the right side, एठी हमें right side को देखुचे, we get 3 number of poles. As 3 is a odd number, that's why it satisfies the condition. So hence here also root locuses exist. ए point रे भी root locus exist करूचे. That means we get existing of root locus, that is 0 to -1 and -3 to up to infinity. Okay. Next is to find the breakaway point. To find the breakaway point, the condition we have to know, that is dk by ds equal to 0. To get the dk by ds equal to 0, we need to find the characteristic equation. By taking this characteristic equation, we can find the value of k. According to the characteristic equation, 1 plus g of s h of s equal to 0. As we have given in the question, that is g of s h of s equal to k by s into s plus 1 into s plus 3. By putting this value and taking the LCM, we get this equation, as the denominator term is going to right hand side and multiply with 0 and the value is 0. So एठी हमें कौन कले लसागु नहीं कि हमें only we get the numerator term, denominator term multiply hela 0 सहित, that's why the value is 0, and this term is moving to the right side and the value is in the form of negative. We get k equal to minus s cube plus 4s square plus 3s. Next, as we get the value of k, then we can differentiate with respect to s and equate to 0. As minus term is when moving to right hand side, the total term will be positive, and taking this equation's differentiation, we will get 3s square plus 8s plus 3, and as it is a quadratic equation, it is a quadratic equation, and in this quadratic equation we can find the root by using the formula. What? By using the formula minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. By putting this formula, we can find the roots, or you can check with the help of your calculator. Here we get 2 points, that is minus 0.45 and minus 2.21. Now we have now 2 breakaway points, but we have to find out which one is the valid. As we seen here, valid root locus will be 0 to -1 and -3 to infinity. If we get the breakaway point in this area, then it will be a valid breakaway, otherwise it will be not a valid breakaway point. This here minus 0.45. Minus 0.45 lie between 0 to -1. That means here a valid root locus is present. That's why this point is also a valid breakaway point. जेहेतु माइनस 0.45 0 टू -1 भितर रोचे, एरिया भितर रोचे, दैट्स व्हाई ए एरिया टी हला रूट लोकस एरिया, ए भितर जो पॉइंट आमर आसी ब्रेकअवे पॉइंट, दैट इज आल्सो ए वैलिड ब्रेकअवे पॉइंट, एंड अदर वैल्यू दैट इज योर minus 2.21. minus 2.21 lie here, a point lie करछे, and this is a invalid area, that's why we can not consider that point as a valid breakaway point. So we get the root locus only one point, that is minus 0.45. This is our valid breakaway point. Got it? Next we have to find the intersection point. To find the intersection point is what? Which the root locus where cut in the imaginary plane. Imaginary axis को point cut करछि से point को हमें intersection point कहूचे. Okay. To find the intersection point, we need to take the characteristic equation. As we solve here the characteristic equation, taking this equation equal to 0. After multiplying this, we get SQ plus 4S square plus 3S plus K equal to 0. We have to apply the Raoult-Hurwitz criterion in this equation. We know the Raoult-Hurwitz criterion. We have to put the S term in the left hand side from highest power to lowest power. S3, SQ, S1 and S0. S3 coefficient is 1. S3 next lower coefficient S1 power is 3. Similarly, S2 coefficient is 4 and S0 coefficient is K. According to the Raoult-Hurwitz formula, we have to multiply 4 into 3 minus 1 into K. That is 12 minus K divided by 4. And the next term will be 0 as there is no multiplication. Next, S0. This term is multiplied with the K. Minus 4 into 0, 0 divided by this term. You will get only K. To check the marginal stability, this value will be equal to 0. So that K equal to, we will get the value of K that is equal to 12. When we put the value of K equal to 12, the total row will be 0. जेतेबेले आमे K रो marginal stability value find out कला परे जो value आसिला हमर 12 से value को आमे जेतेबेले एई रो रे put करिबा 12 minus 12 equal to 0. that means ए total row टी 0 को convert हे जाउचे. जेतेबेले गोटे row 0 रे 0 हे जाउचे, then we will take the auxiliary equation. auxiliary equation केतेबेले नबा सेई row रो just above row को हमें consider करिबा as a auxiliary equation in equal to 0 to find the point. Taking the auxiliary equation and equal to 0, we get auxiliary equation will be 4s square plus k. 4s square plus k equal to 0. As we know k value is 12, putting the value of k, we can find the value of s, that is s square equal to minus 12 by 4. 12 को हमें राइट हैंड साइड नहीं कि माइनस 12 कर ले, 4 को डिवाइड कर ले, वी गेट रिजल्ट माइनस 3. एस स्क्वायर इक्वल टू माइनस 3, एस इक्वल टू रूट ओवर ऑफ माइनस 3. एज माइनस फॉर्म इज प्रेजेंट, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज ए इमेजिनरी वैल्यू, दैट इज प्लस और माइनस 1.73. ओके, दिस इज द intersection point on imaginary axis. Now we will plot with the taking the value of all the values. Okay, first we draw the S-plane. This is our real axis and this is our imaginary axis. Now we have three poles, that is minus 0, minus 1 and minus 3. We have three poles, that is 0, minus 1, minus 3. Next we find the value of centroid, that came minus 1.33. centroid value आसे हमर कितने minus 1.33 and break even point कितने आसे minus 0.45. okay, this is the break even point. centroid point हमें कौन करचे asymptote angle को draw करचे, that is 60 degree, 180 degree and 300 degree. यही break even point रो हमर कौन हबो रूट लोकोसिटी ब्रेक हेकी टुवर्ड्स आवर इंफिनिटी जाउची विथ पैरेलल टू योर एसिम्पटोट लाइन. तो ब्रेक ए पॉइंट रो हमें कौन कले ब्रेक करचे टुवर्ड्स द वैल्यू ऑफ गेन टुवर्ड्स द इंफिनिटी. जो पॉइंट रे इमेजिनरी एक्सिस को रूट लोकोसिटी ब्रेक करची से पॉइंट हमें फाइंड आउट करले केते एठी हमर इंटरसेक्शन पॉइंट आस्तले, दैट इज आवर minus 1.73. that is this value is plus 1.73 J and this value is minus 1.73 J. Okay, this is the intersection point on the imaginary axis. Here the value of k equal to 12. Gain value जेतेबेले 12 थिला सेही पॉइंट रे हमरो रूट लोकस टी इमेजिनरी एक्सिस को कट करके टुवर्ड्स इंफिनिटी जाय छे एंड अदर ब्रांचेस टुवर्ड्स 180 degree. Okay, this is all about our root locus diagram. Hope you all understand this example. If any doubt, then ask me. Thank you.